Hi, this is Craig, A Better Path for Cobb County YouTube channel. We're going to do a case study for what it means for people that are under the proposed Cobb County stormwater fee. We're at the rear, this is the rear of Etzheim Synagogue and Resurrection Grace Methodist Church. They sit on this corner property that connects the Fairfield Drive Parkway for Indian Hills and 120 Roswell Road. And all the water off these properties comes to this drain, and we're going to go around to another one. And in these bushes and trees, there's a little pond and a lake where it goes. And then it goes beyond that. It's piped under a house or across the property of an Indian Hills residence that they're making a new house on right now. It goes across the street in the Indian Hills and then cuts across another residential property into a drain where it disappears in a pipe again, and it pops up in all the little streams that run through Indian Hills. But they're proposing to charge the stormwater fee on churches, synagogues, everybody. Okay, this is where all the water off this property drains to. This is the lowest point. All water runs downhill. And this next parking lot pulls some of the rest off of it. Goes in that invert, and if the pipe collapses or is gone, or it's just filled in, it continues on, and right there is a fence, and there's a pond beyond the fence, and that's where the water goes. When it gets to a certain height, it goes on in another pipe and through residential properties in Indian Hills. So we're coming from uphill to downhill, and this other water goes in this drain. And from here you can see the pond. And over there you see that pipe, concrete structure. When the water gets to a certain level, the pipe goes diagonally towards that new light building over there. Pan over to that. That was a tear down, and somebody's built a modern style house on it. Right, see with the big picture window in it? Right there. And then we'll go around and see where the water goes next. And then go over here. And you can see here's the stormwater conveyance. There's the new one. According to the neighbor in that building that's between these two houses, the county made this contractor, when he built this new house, put a new pipe under it to the tune of around $100,000. And I couldn't tell you if it goes under, around, or where. But that's something else that the Platts, the county water director, Judy Jones, told me that unless the plat has the pipes recorded at the Superior Court, you know, the county's not going to be responsible for stormwater. So that begs the question, why the fee if they're not responsible? I guess so. From this drain, and the pipe goes to that next drain, and then it goes out to the street, and we're going to go right around onto the other street and show you where it goes next. But so this pipe doesn't go under the house, but from what I understand, Unless the county accepts these things and it's recorded in the Superior Court, if they fail, whoever buys this house, it's on them to fix it. But if the county says it's been recorded and they accepted it, then the county will fix it. But they're making the new construction have this, put the new pipe in. Now, come over here. You see the greenhouse with the black shutters? That's where the water cuts across the front of their yard and goes down, and there's another one of these concrete structures in the backyard between the next two houses. East Side Elementary School, and you see this huge detention pond because they recently rebuilt the school. Well, this goes into the whole Indian Hills stormwater system too. But I doubt any water ever leaves that pond. It's so huge. But the county wants to charge the school boards the stormwater fee too. The stormwater pipe, we took the picture from the berm on the other side by the silt fencing. And then that pipe goes all the way where all this dirt's exposed. It hooks to this drain, crosses the street, hooks to that drain. This structure is failing. You can see the concrete and the dirt gone away. It's washing out. But whether it's repairable, I don't know. But according to Judy Jones, anywhere the stormwater crosses the street, it's up to DOT to fix it, not stormwater. And this culvert goes straight through there, aiming at that tree at the corner of the house, the green tree, not the red leaf tree. And then it goes that way to the back. Now, so that diagonal pipe, pipe across this property goes to that. You see the cover there. The next one, where the concrete's risen, it's a drain. It drains the water that comes in. This is a drainage basin. At a recent yard sale, this house had foundation damage because of the water, and the slab in the garage is dropped about 1.5 inches because the water running down and going under. So that drain is still piped, and in those trees is a stream, and that's where it goes. And all water in Cobb County goes in drains and down streams, and it ends up in the Chattahoochee River. It goes in the ground. This is the open streams that come through these properties. And any builder that puts a pipe across your property, it's just hidden that you can't see what's going to damage you later. But at least with this, you can see they put all kinds of stuff to try to maintain the banks. But who did it? The county? The homeowners association in Indian Hills? Who's paving the roads out here? I know the county paid for new water lines after the developers' concrete asbestos ones failed. So is this somebody out there needs to find out if Indian Hills is covered for all the stormwater conveyances on these properties once they're put in, like the guy that's building the new house that he tore down. Here's one of the gutters that goes into this stream, and as you can see, it's collapsing. Now this would all be DOT now. This is not stormwater. This stuff belongs to DOT because it goes under the road. I said DOT should have all stormwater, but the real issue is Cobb County should never have accepted or let builders put stormwater conveyances pipe this property, because whoever buys it in the future don't know what they're getting. And we heard the horror cases when Cobb County says it's not recorded at the Superior Court, therefore it's your problem and it's your $100,000 bill. And so they're going to ask these people to pay stormwater tax, and they're not going to do anything for it. So basically, we already pay stormwater tax in our water bills. The problem is they've been transferred into the general fund, and they're trying to raise like $14 million to keep up the extremely failed stuff, not this. And the funny thing is, the biggest one out there is at Dobbins. And guess what? That isn't going to be covered by the stormwater fee. That's going to be covered by DOT because it goes under a road. So DOT's is flush with money. They can't wait to spend SPLOST money on stuff. They can do that because it's part of the road. I said with an open conveyance, you know where you are, you know what you're getting. But when there's a pipe hidden there and you don't see it, you have a problem later, and then the county says it's not their problem, and yet water from who knows where is going through it. Why is there a fee again? If they've already changed the code to say you got to pay, you got to fix it, it's not ours. So there's the big fallacy in the whole thing. I don't think any stream should be piped. And if you want to put a culvert under the road, well, that's DOT, and you don't need a stormwater. Developers start piping under certain lots, the zoning should never allow a house to be on a pipe conveyance because they fail, and you can't see, and you don't know when they fail. Open one, they don't clog either, but they can clog if debris gets between these two pipes. But usually whatever's in there will float up and it'll eject it. But anyhow, when they, find out if your property has a pipe on it. If it does, find out in the Superior Court if the county's going to be responsible for it. And if you find out that you got a property and you got a problem, you best figure out how to contact the chairman of the Cobb County Commission, your district commissioner, and tell them this is not going to fly. We're already paying a stormwater fee, and it's not going to help me. And really, when it rains, nobody has control over that. We could have a drought for 10 years, and what would the fee be doing? Nothing. Nobody's gonna. These are only for extreme events, and hurricanes when they come through, and if we build places all over this county, it all goes downhill. It all ends up in the Mableton area. Six Flags was underwater in a hurricane not too far back, and it's because it's all wetlands. Well, there again, you don't allow people to, if it ever flooded from any reason, it's a wetland, and nobody should be allowed to build in it unless they're taking full responsibility. And I mean, I would think they would be self-financed, self-insured, because why should everybody pay high rates for somebody building something that doesn't belong where, in a wetland? Thank you.